Good morning, everyone. 7 a.m. and another quiet start to the day on Storm Warning 7 Live Doppler radar, but we are waking up to some fog and will likely see some record temperatures later today. The update in the full Storm Warning 7 forecast.
This morning on ABC 7, the final countdown is on. 7 days until Christmas, but even less time to ship your presents on time. Get more on when to get those gifts in the mail.
It's only 5 acres of land, but for Matt Lachey families, this lot means a lot for their livelihood, and they're protesting to protect that property.
Plus, a singer in Southwest Florida speaking out about sexual assault. The song in the music video empowering men and women.
Good Sunday morning, Southwest Florida. It's 7 a.m. Thank you for joining us and waking up with us. I'm Brian Anderson.
And I'm Annie Hubble. We'll have all the headlines and what you need to be aware of going into this week. But first, let's check in on today's forecast and the forecast for the week ahead. Meteorologist David Heckert is here with a look at the weather. David, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Annie and Brian. Good morning, everyone. Quiet start to the day out there on Storm Warning 7 Live Doppler radar. Just a little bit of ground clutter there near the LaBelle area. But just like yesterday, we'll probably squeeze out a few very light rain showers just because it's going to get so warm later on into the afternoon time frame. We'll talk more about that here in just a second. Outside right now, live view from Bayfront Health in Punta Gorda. You can see over the Peace River in Charlotte Harbor. We are seeing some fog out there. Nothing really extreme. However, it is enough to get your attention, especially if you live into parts of Charlotte and DeSoto counties. And temperatures outside were remarkably warm for mid-December. We're still at 70 in Fort Myers, 71 Naples. Good morning, Marco, 72 there. A bit cooler as you move inland, 66 LaBelle and 67 in Arcadia. Let's walk you through the daytime hours. Again, some fog early, 72 at 8. We'll be up into the upper 70s by 10. Partly cloudy skies for much of the day, about a 10% rain chance. And look at that high temperature. 86 is the forecast in Fort Myers. That will break the record of 85, which will set all the way back in 1967. I'll be back and we'll talk more about what to expect for the upcoming work week in the full Storm Warning 7 forecast.
David, thanks. Well, if you're planning to send holiday gifts this week, make sure you get to the post office early. The post office predicts tomorrow will be the busiest mailing and shipping day for holiday packages, letters, and cards. They're anticipating almost 30 million packages to be delivered tomorrow alone.
Getting you more on how to get around the long lines in person, the Postal Service says go online. More than 7 million customers are expected to log on to USPS.com. The click and ship feature gives customers the ability to order free priority mail boxes. You can print labels, even order next day shipping.
If you're planning to mail your gifts through the post office, Tuesday is the last day to ship any first-class mail. The deadline for priority mail is this Wednesday. And if you're planning to send your gift through the Priority Mail Express, make sure it gets to the post office by this Friday.
The post office is staying open later than usual. There are several locations around Southwest Florida for you to drop off your gifts at after normal business hours. For those locations, head to our website, abc-7.com. Click on the Get More tab. And now to UPS. If you're planning to ship your holiday gifts using UPS and you want to get to the destination before Christmas Day, tomorrow is the last day for 3-day shipping. Then, using simple math, which I'm not good at, but I know that you have until Wednesday for 2-day shipping. Thursday is the last day to choose next day option. If you stay within these deadlines, your holiday gifts can be delivered by Friday.
Getting you more this morning, the Postal Service and UPS says it's important to take the necessary precautions when sending or getting gifts. Both services say it's best to require a signature for delivery or to track your package. You can even go as far as asking your neighbor to take your package once it gets to your doorstep. Now, this is all to protect you from those porch pirates. If your package is stolen, you can call police to report it. It is a federal offense.
Updating you this morning on some breaking news we brought you overnight.
Lee County Sheriff's deputies were on the scene at Bruner Lane in South Fort Myers.
And our ABC 7 crew spotted a car with a bullet hole in the driver's side door. Investigators towed that car away as evidence. Lee County deputies would not say if anybody got hurt.
Our neighbors on the map, but people living on Matt Lachey are not feeling so neighborly with their Cape Coral counterparts.
It's because the city of Cape Coral is moving in on some land on Pine Island Road. ABC 7's Jesse Pagan gets us more.
Hands off!
Amongst loud voices and cars honking. A message the people on Matt Lachey want Cape Coral to hear.
Matt Lachey should not be annexed. We are not part of Cape Coral, nor do we want to be.
Nancy Goodwin is just one of nearly 50 protesters taking on Cape Coral's decision to annex.
We want to stay what we are. We are a very special community. We are more than that. We are a family here.
Early this week, city council members chose to formally take in more than 5 acres of land on Pine Island Road. The city has owned the land since 2012. However, that's disputed amongst people on Matlacha who are worried the city will develop the land. Marta Gibbons owns a business on Matlacha. She says her guests come to her for a specific reason.
They come here because we offer something special, and that's an island life experience.
An experience she fears is in danger if the wrong kind of development takes over.
I totally understand development is inevitable. We all know that. However, we need to be very aware of how we grow.
Plans for the land are uncertain. A private firm is studying it to see what can go there. But regardless of the outcome, the answer is simple to people on Matlacha.
There's nothing you can do to make it okay. It's apples and oranges.
A difference they say they'll keep fighting for. On Matlacha, Jesse Pagan, ABC 7.
A murder more than a year ago just got a major break in the case. U.S. Marshals just arrested 3 suspects. The video you're seeing is of those suspects making their first appearances yesterday. The trio is tied to a Lehigh Acres killing. Deputies believe the men shot and killed 21-year-old Rashawn Myers last November. His body was found in a car near a bowling alley.
No, even though they got incarcerated, and I'm glad someone's being held accountable for his death, and especially for his mother's, because what she's gone through, in the end, still brings no justice to someone that's not here.
A judge set a no bond for Max Herard and Christopher Perez. Michael Stanley has a $200,000 bond.
Trump's thank you tour is over, and his last stop was in Mobile, Alabama. Yesterday, that's where he introduced his U.S. Attorney General nominee, Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions. During the rally, Trump took back his comments, saying his supporters were strong and vicious. He said he was only saying it jokingly. Trump says now his supporters are mellow and low-key since the win. Trump also spent his Saturday online using Twitter to take aim at China after the country took an unmanned American drone. It happened during routine operations near the Philippines. Trump called it an unprecedented act, spelling it the wrong way, causing the Twitter sphere to wonder whether that was a simple misspelling or a Freudian slip.
And remember, Trump is still the president-elect. To officially become the president, he has to survive the Electoral College's vote tomorrow. And because of this unprecedented presidential race, there's more attention than usual on tomorrow's vote. Each state capital will host its electors, including in Tallahassee, where there are 29 members of Florida's Electoral College. The event will be live streamed by the Florida Channel's website. That's floridachannel.org. Coming up on Tuesday, you can sit down for lunch with your newly elected Congressman Francis Rooney. He'll be speaking at the Republican Women's Club in Fort Myers. It's at the Helm Club in the Landings community.
Looking ahead tomorrow, we'll learn more about developments in the Baker Park design. Tomorrow, the design team is presenting a progress report and presentation at the Naples Council meeting. That meeting starts at 8:30 tomorrow morning.
Every year, this is a moving tribute to the brave souls who died protecting our country. Look at all these wreaths laid yesterday at Arlington National Cemetery. 44,000 volunteers placed a wreath at 245,000 grave sites. Each one of those tombs, remember, was a mother, a father, brothers, sisters, grandparents, and friends. More than 900,000 wreaths were laid nationwide as part of this Wreaths Across America campaign. Here in our community, it's called Tribute at Sea. Cape Coral Canal Charters helps make this possible here. Yesterday, 7 wreaths were taken out onto the Gulf.
Hundreds of Southwest Florida kids will have a gift to open Christmas morning thanks to one Fort Myers organization. Families lined up around 7 yesterday morning at the Heights Center for the annual Christmas Giving Outreach. The Heights Center and other community donors collected and gave gifts to more than 500 children.
While you're out shopping today for Christmas presents, you can pick up an extra gift or two and help fill the boat in Cape Coral. We told you about this toy drive yesterday morning. The Cape Coral Police Department will be at the Walmart on Del Prado Boulevard again this morning starting at 9. To donate, just buy a new unwrapped toy and drop it off at the boat.
Or take a step back in history here with a holiday-inspired walk through two gorgeous homes in Fort Myers.
Yeah, the Burroughs and Langford Kingston homes are decked out with all the bows of holly. La 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 la. The homes open right as the sunset tonight around 5. Tickets $5 for adults. Children younger than 10 are free. The homes are in downtown Fort Myers.
As well, the Edison and Ford Winter Estates continues their celebration of holiday nights. The homes will be decorated with thousands of lights and decorations. It starts at 5:30 this evening and lasts until 9 o'clock. Guided holiday traditional tours are $20 for adults, $10 for teens 13 to 19, and $2 for children ages 6 to 12. Inside the homes, holiday tours are $50. It just arrived for iPhones and it's already a hit.
And no, we're not talking about Pokemon Go, but parents, before your kids download Super Mario Run, know that this game isn't exactly free.
Some of the top high school basketball names in the country made their way to Fort Myers this weekend for this annual City of Palms Classic. 7 of the top 100 recruits were in action today alone. We'll have highlights from some of those games next. Plus, the Minnesota football team has threatened to not play in their bowl game this year. Hear how they may have lightened their stance next.
Good morning, everyone. 7:11, the current time. Sun is up, and we're also battling some fog. Here's a live view right now on Fort Myers Beach. Temperatures kicking off in the 70s. Very latest on some record-setting temperatures for later today. What to expect as we move into the work week and Southwest Florida's most accurate forecast next.